Disappointed is not where I am right now. I'm straight up disgusted. Like, what's been going on with this team? It's a fire here. It's a fire there. It's this player not doing his job. It's that player not doing his job. It's a constant mixture of people not doing what they're supposed to be, players, which leads to me to think it's coaching. As a constant mixture, and I got the wrong thing up here. Hold on. As a constant mixture of individual players messing up, which leads me back to coaching. Like, these things have to be corrected. We're setting the same, and even though we won last week, I pointed out we're running the same 2 or 3 running plays, and we just trying to do different formations. We had a guy finally rush for more yards than Lamar. Kenyon Drake was balling. The deep passes with people right in Lamar's face open, still not hitting. It starts at the top, man. The leader is not preparing the people up under him for football games, for full football games, so to speak. If the NFL was 3 quarters, we'd be by far the best team in the NFL if it was 3 quarters, but it's not. Let me see. Lamar's starting to do something which is scary. He is starting to throw off the. Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna look at this real hard. We got our first caller in. Who we got? 774. What's your name? Where you calling from? Find this. Okay.
From a couple weeks ago, man.
Got you. What'd you think about the game today?
Oh man. Well, sloppy teams get sloppy results, coach. And I think that comes down to coaching, like you were talking about. Pre-snap penalties, false starts, getting to the line with 5 seconds left on the play clock. That Andrews touchdown should have been a delay game. We got a little lucky there.
We did.
And every time we have a penalty, the broadcast shows Harbaugh on the sideline giving his sideways face, which I'm sick of. I'm sick of his face, coach. His stupid eye rolls. Like Harbaugh, if you're sick of our team committing stupid penalties, then fix it. You're the head coach. All 3 losses have come at the end of the game, and we'll hear the same things from him that we've heard the other losses. It's just stale, man. And I'm not saying blow everything up, but I'm very curious to know what the mindset is of the players in the locker room. They'll come out and say the professional things, but I could see this locker room is a bit on edge.
Yeah, I definitely think it's on edge based off what we're putting on the field. I don't know if it's divided, but there is some room for concern because the product is not showing what the talent that we have. The talent that we have on this team is not matching the money we've spent or the W's. We're not getting the W's like we should. We should be in a stretch where we get 5 or 6 wins in a row, maybe even more. And we started that off by losing to the Giants. And even though the Giants are 4-1 at the time, 5-1 now, still they're the Giants. And they're
you're absolutely right.
No, go ahead.
If people want to come out and come at Lamar today, I completely understand it. I mean, he played poorly. He's trying to do too much. So if people want to call him up, that's fine. He's been, somewhat average the past few weeks, but at the end of the day, it's embarrassing what we're trying out there at wide receiver.
Yep.
I mean, outside of Andrews, we have no elite weapons. I like Duvernay, but realistically, and people might hate me for saying this, he's realistically a number 3 or number 4 receiver on a championship level team.
Oh.
Realistically. That's just me. I mean, get this man an outside weapon, and if you don't, regardless of how Bateman looks when he gets back, we're not winning in the playoffs.
True.
He needs a weapon. And, I don't care what it takes, what DaCosta, has to give up. If he doesn't make a move at the deadline for another wide receiver weapon, then it proves to me that the organization values competing over winning.
Yep.
And I don't like being in that position to just compete. I want to win, just like all these Ravens fans do. So I really hope that they, even if it's a first round pick, I don't care if you go out and get a legit wide receiver. I really think it would change the dynamics of this offense.
I agree 100%. 100%. All right, Joe, I appreciate you for calling in.
But I'm good. Thank you, Coach.
We got a little line behind you now, so I appreciate you for calling in again. And hopefully next Sunday we'll have a lot better rapport in this post-game situation. But let me see what everybody else got. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Let me see. I got P. Brownie next. P. Brownie had called in way before we started, and he was on hold for a minute, so I'm going to let him roll off next. P, you up?
Hey, what's going on, Coach?
What's up? What's good?
Man, not this game today, man. I know that.
Yeah, this was a tough one. And it again, like last week with when they played the Packers, they just hung around. And they had a couple big plays at the end and got the lead.
And that's what we should have looked out for. That's where it come to coaching and like putting a nail in the coffin. It's like we got the week, even the games that we won, we just can't put that nail in the coffin, man, and
Right.
get people out of there to the point where it's like there's no question about whether or not we're gonna win.
Should have had our foot on their
think-
neck the entire third quarter.
Right. I think you and somebody else, I guess one of the announcers were talking about most of our passes went to the tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
There you go again. And I think you said it in your pregame show when you were talking about what were they going to do with Duvernay. Where was all that stuff this week with Duvernay?
Right.
It's like it was. Where was it at? Like it worked for you last week. Why you ain't come back out this week, knowing that your so-called number one guy, Bateman, which I'm still up on Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
I think you told about the injury thing. I mean, that is something to think about. This is another season where
he hadn't played 17 games yet.
Right. He hasn't even played a complete season yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we gotta. At first I wasn't up on that elite guy wide receiver. Of course, if we get one, I was definitely up for that. But I wasn't one of those people climbing on it. But now we need that guy.
Oh yeah.
Outside of Mark Andrews.
I'm 100% with you.
Mark Andrews being a tight end, I know he's a tight end, that guy, but we need that wide receiver, that guy.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Today
I'm with you. Like I'm all in on getting somebody. I was like you. I was like, well, maybe we can make it work, and the game plans look okay. Nah, we got to get somebody.
No, it's not, especially if you're not coming out. The way they showed how they did Duvernay last week, and then you don't come out the second week and run that back again just to see if it's going to work. It's like, okay, Harbaugh, okay, G-Roll, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Y'all give us a little bit, we get happy, we're like, oh, okay, there's some stuff from the vault. and then all of a sudden you come out the next week and it's like you done locked the vault up. And
Right.
It's like, no, we can't show y'all no more.
Right. It's like stuff growing in the vault, and the stuff don't grow out of concrete
Right.
hard. So it's probably empty.
These are not disrespecting the Giants, but these are games that we should have won.
True.
Like right now, we should be at least.
We're 3-3.
4-1.
We 3-3.
Right.
We could be 6-0.
We could be 6-0 easily, but by some calls, some of the first couple of games is bad decisions by the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
This game, I love number 8. I love LJ, but he made some bad choices. Again, from last week, what you was talking about, him reading low to high or high to low.
Mm-hmm.
He really needs to start reading low to high because that low stuff be open all the time.
Yeah.
It be open for him all the time. It's like he just not even looking for it.
Right. He wants the
But
deep ball.
I got the babies crying. I got the babies crying in the background, so I'm gonna get off head coaching. Finish listening to the rest of the show, man. I appreciate you guys, especially the shows y'all do on Mondays.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate you.
Ravens community, man. Appreciate all that, man. Have a good day, coach.
You too. Appreciate the support. All right, we got Zion. At least it says Zion on my end. 443.
What up,
you up?
Coach?
What's up? What's good with you?
Yep. It's Z. How you doing, man?
I'm good. What you think about the monstrosity of what today? Well, hold on a second. Appreciate the $4.99, Vince. I'll get to your comment as soon as Zion finishes his point. Go ahead, Z.
The monstrosity. I feel like this game, obviously, by the media, is going to be put on Lamar Jackson, and I can understand that, and he deserves the blame for this loss. But at the same time, another 10-point lead in the fourth quarter is blown.
Yep.
It's at a point where coaching has to be really considered of why we can get up on people. We can continue to move the ball up and down, but we can't get into the end zone. And last time I checked, over the last 2 years, we've been pretty good in the red zone.
Yep.
Like that's Lamar Jackson. But for some reason, we get away from running the ball. We get away from the short, quick pass game, which I don't understand. Like the previous caller was saying, he's reading everything high to low. He's trying to make the boomer bust play.
Yep.
And it's putting us in
And we keep busting.
where we don't need to be.
We keep busting.
Yep. And we keep busting. And then we keep trying to do things on fourth down, which we didn't have a situation today. But it's just like that all factors in. It's all the going all in, or we're just going to lose the game. And it's no situational awareness from the offense or the defense. So that's all I got to say. It's disappointing because, like everyone sees, how can we be up in every single game and then we still lose? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what the answer is for that.
Yeah, and from the media, it's going to be turned on to the players because it's like, you're the ones playing the game. But at some point, it has to be, the situational football has to be better. Yes. I don't know if Harbaugh's message is not getting through, if Greg Roman's message not coming through, but there's going to be I think there is going to be a change either mid-season, because there's no way they allow this to keep there's no way.
If they make a change, trust me, I'm gonna be completely caught off guard. They too buddy.
Yeah.
But again, go ahead. One more point. I got like 5 people behind you.
No, you're good, Coach. I just want to get that in. I appreciate you. I just wanted to say thank you. And, yeah, man.
I appreciate you.
We can string along some wins.
Oh, we need to. If we want to get to the promised land like we think we got before we pay this contract, we need to.
Yeah, the Bengals just won. I don't know if the Steelers just won, but they were winning the game. So, like,
that puts them back in first place then.
It isn't going to get easier.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not going to get easier.
All right. So, appreciate you, Z.
Yep.
Let's see. Next, we got 772. Right here, you up next. Who I got?
Coach, it's Haitian. How you doing?
What up, Haitian? What up, G? What you got for the tip? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I don't got much to say, man. The thing is, one thing. Here's my first point. We know what type of coaches we have, and we've been dealing with this pretty much since last year. And like, there's certain things we expect, but at the same time, we can't act like some of our receivers weren't open and Lamar missed them. Like, at some point, some blame should be put on the players also.
Yeah.
That we left a touchdown. We left a touchdown in the red zone. Mark dropped it. You feel me? Mark was wide open on a deep ball. Lamar missed it. You feel me? There's a lot of, we played very undisciplined today. There's a lot of dumb stuff we missed. Yes, I get it. The coach wasn't great, but when the coach did put us in a situation for us to score, we didn't execute, and that's the big problem. We play very sloppy. So, yes, I don't love our receiving core. I don't love our coaches, but that's something we've been new. So I just don't like to keep on complaining about the same thing over and over again, especially when they do their job in certain plays and we don't hit them.
Yeah.
So I at some point, yes, bringing a receiver like Robbie Anderson or whatever receiver they're talking about would be very helpful, but as we can see, the receiver Lamar don't have chemistry with them boys.
Yep.
You can tell, like in the beginning of the season, when Lamar was throwing in deep balls to Bateman, they were hitting.
Yep.
Because Lamar all summer, that's who you practice with. But the second Bateman leave and you change out to Duvernay, and I know where he's overthrowing them.
Actually, the only 2 people that was working with Lamar this summer was Duvernay and Prochet, and Prochet can't get on the field. Yep. So, it is what it is.
It is exactly. It is what it is. Like. And trust me, I don't love our coaches too, but at some point we gotta look at our players that are not executing the play they put in, because When guys are open, wide open, and we're missing them, that's touchdowns. This game, we lost, but at the same time, we dominated.
We did.
If you look at every aspect, we beat them everything. We just we bite our own foot off. Like it's really annoying when we playing so good. For the first time, our running back had over 100 yards.
Somebody outrushed Lamar, which was great.
Yeah, outrushed Lamar. It looked great. Let's not. I know a receiver would be good, but let's not like a Bateman. Not Bateman. Mark Andrews didn't have like 100-some yards. We had a 100-some yard receiver. I think it was likely we also had like 40 or 30 yards. He had 30
like
yards, and I know you 30. I wish that we had a different guy, but that's not the reason why we lost today. I'm sorry to say, us not having a receiver is not the reason we lost today. We lost today because we didn't execute, and I hate it, but that's just what it is. You feel me?
Feel you. I feel you. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man. Our defense played. It didn't play great, but we played well enough to win this game.
Yeah.
And our offense also put our defense in certain situations for them to let them score. I mean, the defense can't guard in the red zone the whole game. Eventually,
they're gonna break.
They're gonna score.
Eventually, they're gonna break. Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Exactly. So I can't even blame it totally on defense because we did play pretty well. I mean, we were holding. What's his name?
Saquon.
Saquon, he averaged 3.8 yards per carry today. And
he probably got most of that up toward the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's not good. Like he didn't play that good.
Yeah.
So I can't blame it on the defense. I really can't.
Yeah, that's another factor we'll look at. Definitely, I'm gonna look at it when I look at film because it's when they were open. There, some situations didn't happen. But I got a couple people behind you, Haitian. I appreciate you for calling in. I also got 2 super chats I got to get to. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, let me hit Vince's super chat first. Vince dropped 5. He says, I think the problem is we start playing the clock way too soon. Starting in the first quarter. We need to cut loose and run the score up instead of the 9-minute drives. Yeah, I agree. That could be one. Just put our foot on their neck. Put our foot on their neck and keep going. Let me see. Will dropped the 5. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Will got no call in today, just got a cold, sending support. I appreciate it, Will. Ravens got to find a way on 2nd and 3rd down packages between the 20s and not involving Ricard. Definitely. And Mitchell dropped 5. He says the fact that we dominated the game and still lost points solely to coaching. Good coach teams don't find ways to blow games like we do. We definitely do that. Definitely. Next I got let me see. 443. You up. 443.
That me? Okay, hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
Who we got?
Hey, my name is Ricky.
All right, Rick. Go ahead, Rick.
Here in Tallahassee, just a Ravens fan from Baltimore, living here in Tallahassee now.
Okay.
Just a couple points. Of course, a lot of people touched on a lot of great points. But just the mistakes will kill you. I didn't see the replay on the, just the first one that comes to mind is the OA unsportsmanlike conduct. I didn't see that.
I don't think they showed it.
But yeah, it didn't seem like they showed it. But obviously that keeps the drive going. But that the illegal formation that hurt, of course, too. But a lot can be said for the skill players and especially a wide receiver. We all like to talk about that, and understandably so. Lamar definitely forced that one. I think he saw Pat open, and he probably could have came back to the ball a little more aggressive. But it's unfortunate. A lot of tough losses, but I think we'll find a way to keep fighting, and we gotta trust what we got right now, and it's certainly a system and organization that we're blessed to have in many ways compared to some other ones. So I try to remain with that outlook, but it can be frustrating. But I appreciate all the content you got, and yeah.
Hey, maybe you see me around town. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yes, sir. Take care.
You too. Let's see. I got somebody just subscribed. Lil Tay, The Rock just subscribed. I appreciate it. We got Zoe up next. Let me see where it is. There it is. Zoe, you hot?
Hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
Not much, man. Appreciate you for holding.
No problem at all, Coach. Man, look, I just want...
The conference has been locked.
Do you really think that Lamar is playing like a $300 million fully guaranteed quarterback right now?
I don't. I hate to say it, but I don't.
And that's And that's the thing, you know. I keep hearing a lot of fans complain about Greg Roman, complain about the coaching staff, complain about the receiving core. But just like last week, this guy's open. Lamar's overthrowing him. Lamar's missing him. And if he's a fully guaranteed quarterback, the receiving core is really going to be what it's going to be.
Yep.
With the ownership that we have, it's not like we're going to go out and go into the luxury and all this stuff and like the Rams and get a bunch of weapons with Lamar's huge contract. It's just not going to work.
All right.
So the guys he has now that's just going to be what it is. And if he can't make it work with that, then it's like you said earlier. I don't know if he's going to be in a Ravens jersey next year if it's about the money.
It's gonna be unless he get the money he want. It's gonna be tough. Or we start winning because we're not gonna get both. We're not gonna get both. You got another point, so?
No, man. I mean, that was it. I mean, look, to me, Lamar just really has to hit the guys that's open. You know,
Mm-hmm.
If he hits Duvernay on that open route that that was a touchdown early in the game, he overthrew. I mean, shoot, you may have a win right here, but you never know. It's football.
Right, but that would help. Definitely would help. Every point helps, and missing them shots, they put us in situations that we're not good at. We're not good behind the sticks. We overcame it a couple times today, especially early in the game. But for the most part, if we get 2nd and 15, 1st and 15, 1st and 20, you can pretty much count on punting on that drive for the most part. We're just not good at it.
Exactly. But that's it for me, Coach. I appreciate you. Love the show and keep doing what you do, man.
Appreciate you for waiting too. We had a little line in front of you. I appreciate you for holding. We got one more caller, but I want to get to Yolanda's super chat. Appreciate the 10, Yolanda. I feel we've lost our identity as a dominant team. We just look lost and underprepared. Definitely that statement right there. We look lost and underprepared. Like we're not prepared to play an entire 4 quarters. We'll play 3 good quarters, 2.5 good quarters. We haven't played a great 4-quarter game yet. Even though we've won some games, we haven't played a great 4-quarter game yet. It says either immediate changes are made or we will continue to see more of the same. I agree 100%. They got to do a lot of looking in the mirror this week. Let me see. I got one more. Super brother. Appreciate it. 5, he says the team is so dysfunctional from the top to bottom. It's a trickle down to Lamar and down to the other players. Making dumb plays and poor coaching. I mean, that one play was kind of like his coaches. Crazy. I got one more caller. 937. Go ahead. You're hot. 937, you up. Yo. Maybe not up.
Yeah, I just want to say, Coach, like, you got to understand, I think that it got to be some type of disconnect between, hello?
Yeah, I'm here. You just got to turn the what's called down in the background. Turn it down in the background.
Okay, yeah. I just want to say, like, I think that it's a disconnect between the GM and the head coach, because here we have a team, as we always say, there's a prideful organization. We got a prideful organization, and all this money and all these resources is put into the defense, but we can't get a stop. We can't even get guys to communicate. It's really just looking bad. And everybody wants to say, oh, well, he's throwing the Patrick Ricard. He's making bad decisions. Look at the line he got in front of him. And look at the line. And every time we're in crunch time, he's running for his life. Mm-hmm. If you watch these last plays over, he's always running when it's money time.
Yeah, that's sad.
Because they're going to try. They know that we have a subpar line. Mm-hmm. That's what this is all about. When Lamar was at his greatest, we had Marshall Yonda at the right guard, holding it down. We had some solid guys there. Now we just got a bunch of kids, and it's a lot, on Tyler Linderbaum. Yep. But you throw the snap over his head, and then Lamar goes and grabs the ball, and everybody's like, well, why'd he throw that pass? Of course he's going to make a play. That's in his DNA. That's who he's always been, and he is a $300 million man because Lamar's all we got. And he showed that the last 3-4 years we've been here. Not saying he's always been perfect.
I agree.
So who else do we have to turn to?
My thing is, I don't disagree that he's a $300 million man. When I disagree and say he's not, that's for me thinking the owner is not going to pay him that. I definitely think he's worth every penny that he can get from whatever team he get it from, because again, like you said, his body of work at 25 is better than a lot of guys that's making that money now. His body of work is just as good, if not better, other than the Super Bowl championship, than a lot of them people that's making that top end money. So he deserves it.
Right.
I don't think Bashad is gonna give it to him. I think it's gonna be a bump in the heads. And if he get it, Lamar gonna be packing his stuff, getting ready to leave Baltimore when they gonna come bring the check. I think that's when he gonna get it. It's gonna be like a last minute type thing.
And then I just want to say this last part. Like, everybody's. Hello?
Yeah, here you go. You had cut out. Go ahead. Say it again.
Yeah. Everybody is coming at Harbaugh, for going for it and making some of these decisions. But here's the thing: Lamar is a generational talent. There's no Ray Lewis on the defense. There's nobody like that on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start investing in this offense. We have to start investing in this offense and stop asking him to do impossible things when he's not working with a lot. He's working with average Joes. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but let's just call a spade a spade.
You're right. I agree with you. Like, as far as NFL talent, we have average Joes. You're right. As far as NFL talent, we got average Joes.
And I'm gonna just leave it at. I just want to leave it at that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Appreciate you waiting because you're the last caller. I know I had a line in front of you, but great points. So we gonna end it on that because that's basically like a mic drop situation. We got average Joes around Superman. Sometimes lowest lane and the delivery man enough.
A lot of people were saying it was an identity thing, but the reality is Harbaugh sees that our strength is on the offense now. Our identity is offense now.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are so stuck in their philosophy, they don't want to move past that.
Yeah.
That's why we get the lack of resources to the offense.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens this week and coming up in this comment. Who we got next? I forget. Anybody know?
I think it's the Browns.
Okay. We got to deal with him running the ball all the time. All right. So I'm gonna get up out of here so I can enjoy the rest of this this afternoon football. Again, I appreciate you for calling.
Love your YouTube channel. I'm always watching. Always got good insight, Coach.
Appreciate it. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm really down on what's going on. I can't wait to see the film to kind of, and I don't even know how big of a film week this is gonna be because we just situations we blew it. We blew it, and like the situation with Ronnie. If Ronnie doesn't get that false start, the game's over. If Ronnie don't get that false start, the game's over. Appreciate you, London, for coming through. Appreciate it. And I know you'll be there tomorrow when we do the roundup at 9. Make sure, let's see, Lunch Break Hot Take has done their show already after the game show. Ravens Online, Gatekeepers, his show is at 7. So make sure you go. He's in the chat box. If you don't subscribe to him, go do so. Ravens Online, Gatekeepers. I don't know if he realized he got a wrench beside his name, but he do. So I'm just telling you. And we'll be there for the roundtable with me, Hendo, Lunch Break Hot Take guys, which is Jose and Brodney, OTR Mike, and Chris Just Joking from the Deep Cover Podcast. So that's it for me for Sunday. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the super stickers. I appreciate all the new members, everybody, the new subs. Man, we'll see. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 definitely, but maybe before with some film, depending on how the NFL does with the film this week. So again, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, man. Peace out.